L'Equipe announced yesterday, didn't they, that Neymar won't play for PSG again. Kylian Mbappe saying, I want him to stay, and I told him what I thought about the situation. It's clear enough for me. He's an important player here, and I want him to stay. Thomas Tuchel, first time we've really heard from him about the Neymar situation. Neymar's training great, a lot of quality as usual. Yesterday was a top session. He's in the right frame of mind. He is with us, and that is good. Frank Leboeuf, what do you make of this whole Neymar situation?
Well, it's complicated. I think the player clearly said that he didn't want to stay. Now maybe he has no option but staying. So everybody tries to calm everything down. So we have two examples of a perfect media training session with Mbappe saying that he wants him to stay. Of course, he cannot say anything else. And Tuchel saying that everything is going well with a good training session. I think it's simple as that. Neymar has to stay because maybe it's hard to transfer him. It's hard to find a club who's ready to pay 200 million euros to get him. And he's been injured the last 2 years at the end of the season. So he has to stay because he has a challenge, is to be better for Paris Saint-Germain. And he has to show that it wasn't a mistake to sign to Paris Saint-Germain.
Just on a personal note, how do you feel about this situation, Frank? Like, how do you feel Neymar has dealt with it all?
I'm very annoyed. Because no doubt he's a fantastic player. No doubt he's gifted and he has everything to be the best player, maybe, if we can say that. But his behavior, his attitude, his way of life doesn't match with how I see how football players should be. I don't want to give any lesson to Neymar, but the travels, everything, the talking, the behavior has been far away from my psychology of football. And what he showed on the field is not enough for me to tell me that he's like Messi or he's like Ronaldo. That's it. I'm very sad in a way for the Paris Saint-Germain fans. They're very, they're quite exhausted with his behavior, and they're fed up, and they want him to leave. It shows how far he went and how deep he went.
Let's talk about Pogba, shall we, Frank? We've talked about him a lot over the last couple of months, whether or not, indeed, he will be a Manchester United player when the season kicks off next week. How do you see this ending, or will it be resolved over the next few days? Heavily linked to Real Madrid. That's gone quiet, very quiet, though, hasn't it?
Yes, and I think he's not going to go. I think he might stay. I read something about Zlatan Ibrahimovic saying to Manchester United board to make sure that if he stays, he has to be in a good mood, because you don't want to keep a player who doesn't want to stay. So that's going to be the main problem for the dressing room, for the coach, for the board. If Pogba has decided to leave Manchester United, like it seems to be, they have to let him go, but they have to find a club. Real Madrid was supposedly a good possibility, but I think the doors have been closed for the past day. So it's going to be very hard. Paul Pogba has to react as well if he wants to have a very good career at the end of the day, because he's still young. He has to fight again and make sure that he's going to be good if he has to stay at Manchester United.
How do you feel about how he's conducted himself over the summer, Frank? Are you on his side? Are you with him in the sense that as a player maybe you can see why he wants to move on, or do you feel he should have been more loyal to United?
He should have been more loyal. I think when you sign a contract, you know that you sign a contract for 4 years, and you have to respect that. We see that also with Neymar, but we see that with many players that suddenly they decide, even if they have 2 years left, to say that they want to leave. Oh, well, okay, I don't like the club anymore, I want to leave. I think it's not fair to the club who decided to pay them, to transfer them. We know the price of the transfer fee for Pogba. The club helped him to be better, to be more known, to be richer. So you have to take care of the club that you sign for, and make sure that you discuss with the board before, with the chairman, but you don't talk to the press before. That's not fair for the club.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.